It's amazing what you can do with 3 chords. This is a fun one I kind of been pounding out on the guitar this summer. Oh, the power of a waterfall. Water runs from the mountains tall. Taking some, taking all. The power of a waterfall. A mystic thing, foggy air. Between 2 mountains there's nothing there. Water waiting to be rained down the valley like a train. Oh, the power of a waterfall. Water runs from the mountains tall. Taking some, taking all. The power of the waterfall. These mountains once locked in ice, squeezed in a glacial vice, and when the melt formed new streams that bashed through boulders and carved ravines. Oh, the power of a waterfall. Water runs from the mountains tall. Taking some, taking all. The power of a waterfall. Famous ones like Niagara Falls, and quiet ones like the 7 Tubs. No, the drive takes a while. My favorite is Ohio Pile. Oh, the power of a waterfall. Water runs from the mountains tall. Taking some, taking all. The power of a waterfall. They're banjos. I'll dedicate this to my buddy Bob Garvin, who's here. It's hard to be a chicken, especially on my farm. The chickens that live here ain't living very long. Boys living very long. Ain't living very long. Boys living very long. Oh, some in the morning, some that morning fog, some from the weasel, and one my brother's dog. Boys, one my brother's dog. One my brother's dog. Boys, one my brother's dog. Poor Whitey. Oh, they're scratching in the gravel and mash, turn over a rotten log and treat 'em to the stash, boys, treat 'em to the stash, treat 'em to the stash, boys, treat 'em to the stash. Oh, get 'em in the morning, dodging chicken legs. Ah, boys, you haven't lived until you've tried my scrambled eggs, boys, try these scrambled eggs, try these scrambled eggs, boys, try these scrambled eggs. We must have lost a dozen to the weasel and the fox, but I never saw it come in that old red-tailed hawk, boys, old red-tailed hawk, old red-tailed hawk, boys, old red-tailed hawk. Take pity on these chickens and raise your glasses high. A toast to my feathered friends before they up and die, boys, before they up and die, before they up and die, boys, before they up and die. It's hard to be a chicken, especially on my farm. The chickens that live here ain't living very long, boys, living very long. They ain't living very long, boys, living very long. This is the treat tonight. That's good. Woo, woo, woo.
That's an old blues instrument.
Wagner.
Right. Just gone to New Orleans.
West of Allegheny, that water bites so cold. The Delaware Potomac can make a young man old. The sweet Susquehanna can soothe a broken soul. It's just another river song. It's just another river song.
All kinds of river songs.
The sweet Susquehanna onto the Chesapeake. Rolling on a log raft or a paddle wheel. Canoeing on the West Branch, just as good to me. It's just another river song. It's just another river song. The weather's hot and muggy, a high of 99. Just think of that. The skin will be burning just like turpentine. Well, the air may be thick, but the water's fine. It's just another river song. It's just another river song. Well, there's shad back in the water, there's eagles in the sky. What was a dead river is now back alive. Proof for any man that you can be revived. It's just another river song. It's just another river song.
Very nice.
It's neat. I know that's a very bluesy sound, and as well as like a Hawaiian sound. This instrument, the resophonic guitar, was invented by two Slovak Americans from the Twin Cities. About as non-Minneapolis sounding Slovak instrument. That's the beauty of American folk music. Is I often tell my high school students about, it's like look no further than folk music for the true melting pot of American ethnicities. You really have it all. You got the guitars from the Spanish influence, the banjo from the African influence, the Slovak Minnesotans, the German harmonica, Mr. Honer, the fiddle, mostly the Scotch-Irish, but that comes in from quite a few other groups, and then a lot of the rhythmic qualities are attributed to a lot of the Native American stuff out of the Appalachians. So it really all comes together into the family of folk music that I've just come to love and celebrate. So what's the nickname of that instrument? I call it a resophonic guitar. Nobody calls it. What is that?
Slide.
Dobro.
Dobro.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you go to a restaurant and you say, "Give me a Coke," and they don't say, "Well, we have." don't know, what's another brand? Sure, Pepsi or... I
No
can't
Coke.
name any.
RC Cola.
RC, if they still make it. Yeah, so wait, okay, here's your Coke. Right. Or waiter. I asked an audience recently, I was talking about Wises and how my grandmother called it Weiss. And I said, how do you pronounce it? A lady up front went, Giant. It made me think of that. I've been fortunate to have a lot of kind of weird jobs over my life. I'm in my 14th year as teaching school, which is amazing. I should be closer to 16 or 17 years or more, because I've done other projects. Working in a coal mine in Schuylkill County and working out west in the woods as a logger. And the one term I heard quite often in a lot of those types of jobs was widowmaker. And I had never heard that, and I really kind of liked that. Yeah, not the actual
Social
idea. What a kind of a neat thing. And so I wrote this song, and I sang it last year or so up in Clinton County. And there was a guy there from northwestern Pennsylvania. He was an oil worker. And he came down and went nuts over the song. He's like, man, I've been telling all the guys about widowmakers on the drilling pad. They never heard of it. And he was talking about, in his industry, what a widowmaker is. So it's kind of got all these neat other ramifications I don't even know about. But it's the idea of a real dangerous thing, whatever it might be, that in the old days, traditionally, your most dangerous jobs, at least around here, traditionally, were you're the men working in the mills and the mines. And so it was usually the man that was killed, making his wife a widow. So that's where the term comes from, the widow. But as you'll hear in the last verse, it's not just those manual labor jobs that'll get you. Whoa, hey, widowmaker, won't you spare my life? I leave behind 2 little boys and a loving wife. Oh, I've seen you in the forest hanging over me, cutting that timber under a rotten tree. 800 pounds of pine, 50 feet high. Keep your eyes on the saw and your mind on the sky. Hey, widowmaker, won't you spare my life? I leave behind 2 little boys and a loving wife. Oh, down in a coal mine, a crack in the roof. The head miner, he warned me, better clear out and move. One fall of the jackstone would be the end of me. Montongo Mountain for all eternity. Hey, widowmaker, won't you spare my life? I leave behind 2 little boys and a loving wife. When the stress of any working soul of 60 hours a week, that pressure's gonna take its toll, bending till you break. I'm working for a living just to work. That life is bound to beat you down and leave you in the dirt. Oh, hey, widowmaker, won't you spare my life?